everyone, my name is Xenia. Today I'm talking about how I started collecting wrestling figures and showing you my first figure that I ever got. I feel like collecting wrestling figures is pretty niche in itself, and I get a lot of questions as to how do you even get into that. And I wouldn't say that I consciously got into collecting figures. I would say that they were a piece of merch that I bought because I liked the wrestler, and then I kind of got into it and things spun out of control. So I started collecting figures about 6 years ago, and at that time I looked kind of like that. You wouldn't recognize me if I didn't tell you it was me, right? If you know me, you know that the time period of 2009-2012 was one of my favorite periods in WWE. 50% because of what was happening there, because we had Nexus, we had first seasons of NXT, we had The Miz winning Money in the Bank, we had The Miz's WWE title reign. Many great things were happening that were perfect for my liking. But also I feel like it's a time period when I was the most emotional about wrestling. Of course, I love wrestling more with each day that I'm a wrestling fan, and right now I know more, and right now, at this point in time, do a lot more for the community than I've ever done before. But yeah, I was a teenager and I was so emotional. Every single thing that you can humanly feel for something, I felt for wrestling. And as you might already know, Miz is one of my absolute favorite wrestlers. And at that time, he was with Alex Riley a lot. So since I've said that, you probably have guessed by now that my first figures were those of The Miz and Alex Riley. And yes, that's not one figure but two, but it was also a battle pack. It was battle pack series 13, which is coincidentally one of my favorite numbers. At that time, I was just living and breathing Miz and Alex Riley. I bought everything that WWE sold that had Alex Riley's name on it. And what happened was my parents got me this battle pack as a New Year's present. And that's how it all started. With the ancient magic of post-production, as I'm saying this, you're seeing the way that they're displayed in my room. And you can probably see that they're not displayed within a figure shelf, but rather they're displayed separately. They're displayed on my so-called geek shelf. And when I say so-called, I mean I call it that. I call it that. And they're displayed with a WWE title around Miz's waist, but it didn't come with them. This title actually came with an Elite CM Punk, but I've repurposed it. What they did come with, however, is this suitcase that you're seeing. If you remember, Alex used to carry Miz's title in that suitcase. I've had them for so long, and I hate picking favorites in just about anything, but if I were to only be able to save two figures from a fire or something, God forbid, I think I would pick these two. And I don't really like the briefcase actually, I don't display them with the briefcase, but it's pretty fun. It has this old WWE logo on that, and you can open it and you can actually fit a figure WWE title in it. So I could make it super legit, I don't know why I didn't do that. But yeah, since it's a battle pack, these are more like basics. I am not opposed to basics in any way, some of my absolute favorite figures are basics. Miz comes in this beautiful black and pink gear, which I absolutely love. And Alex also comes in his blue trunks, which are very FCW, very NXT, very Varsity Villain, which is so nostalgic in itself. And he has Riley written on his butt and a Rai on the boots. And he also has one of the things that I'm particularly fond of in figures, which is a tattoo detail. Which of course is because Alex himself has a tattoo. But now this tattoo actually looks different. He modified it and he added more ink there. He has his Celtic cross on his back and it's so nicely done. This, coincidentally, is also my favorite Miz face scan. And I don't know if it's because of the hair, because this is the prime Miz hair. This is the Miz that I love and love the most, with the half mohawk and this stuff. But I just really feel like this face kind of conveys the expression really well. It looks like him. You look at him and you see Miz. That's all you can ask from a face scan, really. Alex's face scan is also nice, but I don't have that much to compare it to, because as far as I'm concerned, throughout his run in WWE, Mattel only released 3 figures of his, which is this one, then another basic, and the retro brawlers thing. But I actually do like the face scan on the other basic. Well, I wouldn't say better, but I would say that the other one is more on point. This one is prettier, but the other one looks more like him, if that makes sense. And I'm not trying to drag him by any means, like he's one of the most beautiful men slash people I've ever seen in my entire life. But this one kind of conveys the features more, but doesn't convey the expression as well. But yeah, I have a very special, very strong bond with these figures. I guess you could say I started my wrestling figure collection because of my obsession with Alex Riley. What was your first wrestling figure? Tell me down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like if you had a good time. Subscribe and find me on my social media. I will put the links down below. I'm at XeniaRocks on almost any platform. Goodbye!